When I think of Marvel and their beloved girl bosses, I'm reminded of a junkie trying and failing to get clean.
Wait, Marvel and their girl bosses. And was that a shot of fucking Moon Knight?
Their beloved girl bosses.
Okay, they're cutting through it real fast, but that's Moon Knight. So, Critical Drinker, I'd love for you to explain to me how Moon Knight is a girl boss. Please, just, you can email me, you can leave a comment, or one of your fans can explain it. Explain how Moon Knight is a fucking girl boss. Jesus Christ, this video is so fucking stupid. And now, well, a lot of you guys are probably here for the Chud coverage. So we'll go ahead and wrap up this poll with Fantastic Four, Return of the MCU being the #1 video for me to cover. So let's not waste ado. We ran a little late on comic books. Let's go ahead and look at Fantastic Four, the Return of the MCU. Already at the thumbnail, we have Invisible Woman and Shala Ball as in the thumbnail. Interesting to pick those two out and call it the MCU, despite the fact that off the top of my head, the other prominent characters would be Reed Richards, Thing, Johnny Storm, and Galactus, and there's probably more that I don't even know about because I haven't seen the movie. But that's 4 male characters versus 2 women characters, and apparently that's MCU. Apparently that is MCU garbage. Apparently, like, it needs to be a 9-to-1 ratio of women to men or something like that, even though women are like half the population. Like, I do not understand the MCU complaint at all. It makes no fucking sense. It is such garbage. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
Oh dear, 2025 hasn't exactly been a bumper year for the MCU, with back-to-back flops in the shape of Brave New World and Thunderbolts.
Both those movies have made their budget back. I think it's kind of sad. Thunderbolts, like, Brave New World definitely outperformed Thunderbolts. Which is kind of sad because Thunderbolts was really fucking good. Guys, if you didn't go to the theater and check out Thunderbolts, you're missing out. I can't wait to show it to my family when it comes to streaming, but fucking great fucking movie. Really fucking good. It got me really pumped for the Fantastic Four movie when that comes out. I think it's a shame people slept on it. Yes, people like Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic panned it for reasons that, well, I mean, I know why, because it's popular for them to bash on Marvel shit, but like, it was such a fucking good movie. I mean, you can say what you want about Brave New World. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like amazing or anything. It was entertaining. But Thunderbolt was actually so fucking good. I cannot stress how good it was. Go watch it. Like, I mean, if I'm ranking the movies I've seen this year, it'd probably be, off the top of my head, probably Sinners then Thunderbolts. Really fucking good movie.
And yes, with less than 400 million at the global box office and its theatrical run all but over, even the most die-hard shills have been forced to concede that Thunderbolts is absolutely a flop. And
no, both Thunderbolts and Brave New World had $180 million budget. They've made their budget back. They're in the black. Like, pretty much you just gotta double your budget and the movie should be in the black. We don't know that for certain, but that's approximately, we'll put it in the black. Assuming $180 million is the budget, and we have no evidence to suggest it isn't, it's in the black. It's not like a massive moneymaker, but it's in the black, dude. That is not a flop. A flop is a movie that makes less than its budget. Both those movies outdid their budget.
And call me crazy here, but something tells me that Ironheart isn't going to turn things around for them.
Ironheart's a fucking streaming show. We might get some ratings numbers or something, but it's like, we don't know how much money they'll make on Ironheart. We don't know how many new subscribers will sign up for Disney Plus for Ironheart. We don't know those numbers, bro. And that's the one thing that always, like, these guys love to go into the gray areas with streaming numbers, because, like, yeah, companies don't like to fucking release them. Um, oh, Birdman pointed out the marketing budgets these guys use are made up. Well, he didn't bring up a marketing budget, so I didn't feel the need to point out. But like, yeah, both those movies should be in the black, not massively in the black. I'm sure Disney wants them more in the black, but like, they're fine. Like, the only certified flop Marvel has right now is the Marvels. That's the only certified flop they have. They have plenty of movies that have underperformed, but underperforming is not flopping. It's just making less money than they hoped. That's it.
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
That means that every
Oh, what the fuck? So, like, just some people of color making a joke, and then people in mud with a farting noise. Or maybe it's not even mud. Fuck. That is very racist, right? That's like really fucking racist, right? Jesus Christ.
that means that everything now rests on the Fantastic Four.
Everything now rests on the Fantastic Four. Two movies that returned in the positive. And I think it's also worth noting. I think DJ talked about this with me or with the initiative yesterday, Showcast, because they were talking about how Thunderbolts is the second worst performing Marvel movie because they don't count Incredible Hulk, and they also are ignoring the fact that even the second worst performing Marvel movie vastly outperformed the Marvels. But the thing we also brought up was that Thunderbolts, we believe, is like, I'm pretty sure Thunderbolts is the fourth biggest movie of the year. Essentially, it's behind number 1's Minecraft, number 2's Lilo and Stitch, number 3 is Brave New World, and number 4 is Thunderbolts. So it's not that like Marvel movies are just not doing well and everything else is doing great. Everything's down. Everything's down. Thunderbolts is the fourth biggest movie of the year. And yes, it's slightly in the black. It's not as big as Marvel hoped, I'm sure, but it's slightly in the black. I think that movie will find a whole new audience once it hits streaming, to be honest, because I think when people actually sit down and watch, they're going to be like, fuck, this is really good, because it was really fucking good. I cannot stress enough how good Thunderbolts was and how these guys just pan it. It drives me insane. It's almost like box office and quality have no fucking relation to each other. Weird, right? Anyways, let's hear Critical Drinker talk about how everything hinges on the Fantastic Four, even though it doesn't.
Third attempt in the past 20 years to make Marvel's first family work on the big screen. And I think it's fair to say things aren't exactly shaping up well for them.
Fantastic Four reshoots underway in LA just months before release. So, in case you guys are wondering, that's fucking standard practice. Like, all big budget movies are going to have reshoots. They're part of the schedule. They're part of the core budget. They're going to go through and catch some of the stuff they missed, go through and be like, oh shit, there's some fill-in shots we need to go catch some stuff. That is fucking standard practice. These dipshit grifters drive me absolutely insane. So fucking frustrating. Reshoots for a big movie like this don't mean shit. They don't mean shit.
I mean, it started out well enough. The first trailer came out to a mostly decent reception that actually generated some positive buzz for a change. Imagine that in 2025. People were appreciating the
Thunderbolts trailers came out to positive buzz as well. I at least remember liking him, and I remember people telling me that looks cool. Like, what negative buzz was there around the Thunderbolts trailers? I'm really confused. Like, your editing implies the Thunderbolts trailers really didn't come out to good reception, but they fucking did. Like, god damn, the way these guys rewrite reality drives me up the fucking wall. And, like, keep in mind, he didn't even say anything. He just implied Thunderbolts had a bad reception at the trailer. And they didn't.
comic accurate costume.
It drives me insane that people actually take this dipshit seriously. This is an infuriating video. We're not even a minute into this fucker. Thank God it's short, but fuck!
the charming retro-futuristic 1960s aesthetic, the emphasis on family and teamwork, and the prospect of a Galactus that was more than just a giant cosmic space farts. Great stuff, Marvel. After half a decade of generic, forgettable slop, the MCU
I still like Doctor Strange too. The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was fantastic. Like Thunderbolts was great. Captain America 4 was fine. It didn't blow my mind. It was fine. Marvel has plenty of good movies in the past few years. The fuck are you talking about, Critical Drinker?
finally seem to be doing something with a unique look and feel again. They were fully embracing their comic.
They've actually done a decent amount of movies with a unique look and feel. I feel like Thunderbolts had a unique look and feel, different than we've seen in the MCU. Definitely tackling heavier topics than we typically deal with in the MCU in that one. Really appreciate that. Excuse me, by the way. Eternals. Eternals didn't do great, but that movie had a unique look and feel. I mean, let's be honest. All the movies in phase 1 through 3, you could argue those ones, one of the criticisms you could throw is that a lot of those don't have a unique look and feel. Lots of people did, and you could make that argument.
Book origins, goofy
That is true, Anton. I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, as the movie was fine, it was underwhelming, but like the trailers for Brave New World looked awesome, and most part, what I heard were people liking it. That's a good point. Unpopular, like I don't love Eternals, but I do like it. I think it's severely underappreciated. I enjoy Eternals.
Costumes and all, instead of trying to make everything look cool and slick and modern. Maybe, after a quarter of a century of failed attempts, someone might actually do justice to the Fantastic Four. But leave it to Marvel to snap.
Wait. You're calling it a failure already? It hasn't even come out yet. Did you get an early copy, Critical Drinker? Like, the fuck are you even talking about? You're saying the trailers look good, but it still sucks, and you still haven't seen it? God damn, his fucking speculation videos are the fucking worst. Fuck. His reviews are bad, but his speculation, god damn, fucking atrocious.
Match defeat from the jaws of victory. The problem started out small at first, like the casting of Reed Richards, which turned out to be trickier than expected. Apparently, the studio approached at least 3 other actors to play Reed, and they all turned it down. But
I mean, Pedro Pascal was not somebody I expected, but also, like, I haven't heard the story about they approached 3 other guys. Although typically, other people will like lots of times the better choice isn't necessarily the first pick too. So before Benedict Cumberbatch was cast as Doctor Strange, they offered the role to Joaquin Phoenix, who didn't want to sign up for a multi-film contract. And I'm not gonna lie, I love Joaquin Phoenix, and when I heard that he was up for Doctor Strange, I was like, oh, that could work out, but he didn't want to do it. And then they got Benedict Cumberbatch, and when they cast him, I was like, oh, you know what? That's fucking perfect. And Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards is not somebody I ever would have thought of for Reed Richards, but when they cast him, it's like, oh fuck, he's almost a typecast for this role. Like, he's been playing the father character for so long. But also, like you've seen in Last of Us, he can play the father character with a bit of an edge, a bit of, maybe a bit less ethical of a father figure if need be. And that's kind of who fucking Reed Richards is. Reed Richards is kind of a father figure, but also kind of detached and sometimes not the most ethical fucker. And it's like, Pedro Pascal could do that. Like, he's almost typecast for that role. So, like, I don't see, that sounds great to me.
But why would they do such a thing? Who in their right mind would turn their back on a leading role in a big budget Marvel movie with a...
People who don't want to sign up for a massive fucking Marvel contract. It's pretty simple. Marvel contracts are typically like fucking... When you sign up for a Marvel contract, especially now, you're going to get like, 9 movies at least that you got to sign up for. And if they call you up and say, hey, you got to be in this movie, you got to do that movie. Fuck your other obligations. Yeah, actors aren't going to be swarming for that one. But it is a decent opportunity, and, if you can get somebody who's a decent... Typically, Marvel does good paychecks, so... Yeah. Yeah, lots of guys don't want to be stuck doing the movie over and over again, but... it's typically a good paycheck, and it is also good for actors to have reliable like jobs, reliable income, somewhat regular income. So like, there's plus and minuses to a Marvel contract, but if an actor's getting a decent amount of work and doesn't necessarily want to be stuck in a role for like 20 years, they're not gonna really be drawn to do Marvel.
Huge paycheck at the end of it. Well, if I was a cynical man, I'd say it's because they wrote Reed to be a weak, cowardly pussy who gets bossed around by his far more powerful and assertive wife for most of the movie, and the leading
I just fucking can't with this fucking garbage. You're oh fuck. Oh my fucking god. I just I love how he just injects his own reality into this. They wrote Reed as a like citation fucking needed. What remote evidence do you have of that? Remotely, like I just explained why actors might pass on Marvel. Actors who are might be happy with the work they're getting and don't want to be tied down to a fucking MCU contract. But there might be actors who are like, I liking regular work. I'll go for it. For fuck's sake, bro. Ah, ah. The way these guys just fucking lie drives me insane. Just throw this shit out there, no evidence of it. Just say, oh, well, obviously Reed was written as a cowardly pussy. You haven't fucking seen the movie. You don't know shit. You're just throwing shit around and you're throwing shit at the fans, seeing what sticks. God damn, these guys are infuriating. I can't believe this is one of the most popular movie YouTubers on the fucking channel, on the fucking website. Infuriating garbage is what this is. Ah, fuck.
men of Hollywood are getting almost as tired of playing characters like that as we are of watching them. But
can you name some? Can you name some? Can you name some of these cowardly male characters that you hate so much? Jesus. Oh, fuck. This video is pissing me off way more than I even thought. Holy shit, this is atrociously bad.
then, like a knight in rainbow-coloured armour, a saviour arrived to take up the mantle.
Oh, how dare Pedro Pascal be an ally to LGBTQ people. What an asshole, right? Ah. Yeah, what a woke pussy asshole wanting equal rights for people. God damn, this type of content infuriates me so fucking much. I'm sorry if people like, I'm sorry, just supporting LGBTQ rights is just a person who's just supporting fucking human rights, in my opinion. If you are against LGBTQ rights, you know what that tells me? That you are a weak pussy asshole. That's what that fucking tells me. That tells me that you're an insecure little fucking man baby concerned that, the evil alphabet mafia is gonna come and take your spot. Cry baby. Just cry me a fucking river, critical drinker. Cry me a fucking river, you fucking... I hate these people.
That's right, it was Pedro I'll appear in literally anything Pascal, an actor that clearly saw the meme about him taking on far too many roles and said... More! But hey, who knows? Maybe Pedro would buck the career-long trend of taking on high-profile but inappropriate roles and deliver an absolutely
high-profile but inappropriate roles? And he's doing Last of Us. I hate to tell you this, so listen. I have my issues with the Last of Us TV series. Pedro did a damn good job, and so does Bella Ramsey. Just gonna throw that out there. I have issues with the series. It's not with the fucking acting. The acting in that series so far has been pretty fucking top notch. I mean, they just they introduced Catherine O'Hara in the series and Jeffrey Wright as well. They're doing a good job. Joey Pants had one episode appearance where he was fucking amazing. And then you had that Nick Offerman and the other guy, I don't know his name off the top of off my head, where they had the gay love story. Fucking brilliant performance. Fucking brilliant. Like, no, the acting in Last of Us has been fantastic. So, you need more citations of Pedro Pascal not being a good actor, because honestly, I'm having trouble thinking of a job time where he was bad. I don't think I have. Oh, he takes jobs just to go to white guys. Well, again, you know, that's his insecurity talking again. Because, you know what? He does a good job, so I'm fine with him getting work.
The killer performances, Reed Richards. But then there was the casting of Vanessa Kirby.
We haven't seen it. We don't know. But we do know Pedro Pascal has a record of doing a good job in his performances, so... I like Who's First. Anything he's wasted on them instead of deeper things. I think there's something to be said for that. He's a good fucking actor. Like, dude, like his breakthrough was Game of Thrones. I think most people would agree to that. And he had a very small role in Game of Thrones. Well, he appeared in, what, half a season? But his character was so fucking memorable. Like, it felt like a character that, oh my god, this character's going places. Like, he had a gravitas to him. He had this epic revenge story he was going on. And then, fuck, that memorable, like, I guess, you know, spoilers, but, like, it's been a while. That memorable fucking death scene. Where, like, he really, like he's in a fight, and he won that fight. Like, you know, hardcore spoilers here, but I mean, we're well past it. Like, he fights the fucking mountain. And he fucking wins. He beats the fucking mountain. This fucking massive fucking man that just annihilates everyone in front of him, one-on-one. He beats him. But unfortunately, he lets his ego get ahead of him. And the mountain takes him down in a moment of weakness and just splatters his brain all over the fucking ground. It's like, holy fuck. Oh, it was excellent. And Pedro Pascal did such a good job at that performance. It was no shock at all his star took off after that, because it was so fucking good.
Sue Storm, who's 38 in real life and somehow manages to look even older on screen. But
are you trying to say Vanessa Kirby isn't good looking? God damn it, these guys' standard for women drives me insane. Holy shit. Vanessa Kirby's a very attractive woman, for fuck's sake, and she looks 38. Well, okay, so okay, I'm gonna go a little bit into I guess a little bit in my personal life. So, you know, here's a little fun fact about me. I in general like women who look a little older, not super old, mid 40s. You know, and that's kind of my age range, so I guess it makes sense. So you know what? There are people who like it when women look a certain age. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Vanessa Kirby's in her 30s and she looks like someone in her 30s. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's very attractive 30-year-old. Everybody has different types. Everybody has different looks they like. She's not an unattractive woman. She's actually a pretty beautiful woman. The fuck standard are you doing, Critical Drinker? You're driving me absolutely insane with this garbage. Yeah, 38 is also not an old woman, by the way. Not fucking at all.
But, you know, Pascal is like 50, so it would have been pretty weird to pair him up with some hot young 25-year-olds. Nothing to worry about so far, so let's keep going, shall we? Then Vanessa...
I mean, you're saying that, but it seems like... Oh, fuck. His source is John F. Trent. Fuck! Ah! This video is pure fucking hot garbage. I don't know how else to describe it. Fucking terrible. Oh, fuck. This is possibly one of the worst Critical Drinker videos I've ever fucking sat through. We're barely 3 minutes into this piece of fucking shit. Jessica Alba, another beautiful woman. And I'll be honest, she's not the most brilliant actress. Vanessa Kirby is a better actress. I will give her that. I hate bashing that, because Jessica Alba seems like a nice person, but, you know, and she's very beautiful, but yeah, I do agree with that, Taki. Oh yeah, this thing. Vanessa Kirby confirms Fantastic Four First Steps explores gender politics. I'm not going to dig up the quote, but I can summarize it fairly well. You can look it up if you want. This is John F. Trent making a big deal out of a nothing quote. What Vanessa Kirby said was that this is a character that's been around for like 60 fucking years. Through that time, the perception of gender has changed throughout those decades. Her goal with her representation is to do a good job bringing all those different versions of Invisible Woman to life in some way, in kind of a mixed character that kind of brings it together as well as possible. That's pretty much what she said. And these guys got offended because she fucking literally just mentioned the word gender. That was it. It's so infuriating.
Vanessa revealed in an interview with Entertainment Weekly back in April that this movie was going to explore the gender politics of...
I've already explained it. You can look it up if you want. But yes, it's a nothing quote. It's literally her talking about wanting to be honest about the comic book adaptation as much as possible and represent all the versions of the character throughout the decades. For fuck's sake. Yeah, no, Anton's you brought up the same thing. He called Florence Pugh unappealing in Thunderbolts. It's like, Florence Pugh is beautiful. The fuck are you talking about? Holy shit. Yes, happy Pride Month, Mr. Anti-Idiotic. Well, yeah, you thought Kirby was super hot in Hobbs and Shaw, and that is because Kirby is hot.
Sue Storm and women's place in 1960s culture.
Fuck.
Critical Drinker. It is a fact that women were written and seen differently in 60s culture than they are now. It has fucking changed, as many things are. Hell, I love Star Trek. I love the original series even. It's a fun, cheesy show. And it wasn't afraid to tackle the politics of the time quite brazenly and quite progressively. But there is a fucking sexist undertone to it. And that's despite the fact that there was more women working behind the scenes of that series than in most series. Still, there was kind of a sexist undertone to it. But I don't, shit on it, because, I don't think it was intentional. I don't think they meant it to be that way. But it just was there, because it's part of the fucking culture. It's changed since then. It's gotten better since then, in my opinion. But yes, fucking shit has changed since the 60s, Critical Drinker. Holy shit.
Okay, sure. That kind of statement can mean a lot of different things. I mean, the film's set in the 1960s, which was a pretty important...
We actually do not know if the movie is set in the 1960s. We know it appears to be a world that's kind of a 60s vibe. But all we know is that's in an alternate world. They've never confirmed that it takes place in the 60s at all.
Time for feminism and women's lib and all that other stuff, so I guess it would make sense to at least acknowledge it. Maybe she just means the movie will present an interesting contrast between the kind of expectations and questions that women in 1960...
It's interesting you're doing all these loops trying to decrypt what she said when she was actually extraordinarily clear. If you read the actual fucking quote, of course, if actual research would hurt your grift, so you can't do that, I guess.
60s America were grappling with versus the modern day MCU, where they basically act like obnoxious caricatures of men if they were written by 16-year-old gender studies graduates.
So number one, this is a guy who was being fucking obnoxiously hitting on her like a piece of shit. And number two, and I can't stress this enough, this clip was a deleted scene. It's not in the fucking movie, but when it was released as a deleted scene, all these guys got fucking triggered by it. And this guy's a fucking creep. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry. Yeah. Just Jesus.
Graduates from Portland. So, fine, we're still hanging in there, I guess. Nothing that's gonna spoil anyone's fun yet.
But wait! There's more!
Then there was the decision to make the Silver Surfer, one of the most iconic antagonists in all of the Marvel comics, into a female. Because...
Wrong. That is not what they did. I didn't mean to bring up, that. Okay. That is not what they did. They did not change the Silver Surfer. They announced they would be using a different Silver Surfer from the comic books. They would not be using Norrin Radd, most likely because they're saving Norrin Radd to use in the main universe because this Fantastic Four movie takes place in an alternate universe. And I hate to point this out, but like by using Shia LaBeouf, it kind of opens up what they can do. Because if they use Norrin Rad, he's got to be a main character, right? That's like I love Norrin Rad. He's got to be a major character. With Shia LaBeouf, she could just be an antagonist, maybe, or maybe she gives her life to save them. There's lots of variations you can do with Shia LaBeouf that you can't do with Norrin Rad because he's way too popular. But you know what? We don't want to actually look at nuance or anything. And you're probably going to say Julie Gardner is unattractive as well because, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Like these guys, no, like when you set your standard of attractive women as higher than fucking, Julie Gardner or fucking Vanessa Kirby, then like, yeah, you're never gonna find anybody attractive. I'm sorry. Like you already are looking at extraordinarily beautiful women and saying they're not attractive. It's like, fuck. Like you're gonna find nobody attractive ever? Like what the fuck is the point of this? Oh my god. How would I do a Fantastic Four movie? I've never thought about it. But I would love a Silver Surfer movie, absolutely. I mean, honestly, like the kind of like the 60s setting they're going for in this new one is not something I would have thought of, but I like it. I like the aesthetic look of it. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do with it. That's actually a good point, Neon. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, a way to firmly establish it's an alternate universe by using an alternate Silver Surfer instead of your main one. And yes, yeah, his audience is all incels. It's infuriating. What's your opinion on Drinker's taste in women? Garbage. Fucking garbage.
Because of course.
His taste on women is like his taste in movies. Garbage.
Oh, come on!
But Drinker, you clueless connoisseur of comic calamities, I hear you say. If you read the Earth X limited run comic from 1999, you'd know that there's an alternate universe where Shia LaBeouf becomes the Silver Surfer instead of Norrin Rads. Thank you, imaginary strawman that I used to awkwardly transition into my next point. There was indeed a female Silver Surfer in a limited run series set in an alternate reality from 25 years ago, so I guess that technically makes this lore accurate? Sure, let's just go with that.
Okay, let's real quickly talk about how the MCU's lore accuracy doesn't really fucking exist. Like, what MCU does well is that it gets the spirit of the characters pretty correct. But, like, the actual stories, it pretty much does whatever the fuck it wants with the actual stories. Let's be real. Like, it will take elements from the stories, but, like, for the most part, it does whatever the fuck it wants. And for the most part, it's done a pretty good job. It's how they've worked. So, like, this idea of, like, being lore accurate in the MCU, like, where the fuck have you been? No, not really. They're not really accurate. Let's be serious. They get the characters right for the most part, which is why the MCU works, in my opinion. Because for the most part, even if the stories are wildly different, they feel like the same characters that I grew up with in those books. But, yeah.
The point is, every time another one of these revelations comes out, it became just a little bit harder to ignore what seemed to be a growing pattern.
Revelations. Okay, so your two revelations that you've brought up. I guess three? One would be that Pedro Pascal was the third person offered the role of Reed Richards and he took it, which again doesn't mean anything. There's plenty of actors who don't want to do MCU projects because they don't want to be tied down. Very common thing. So that revelation we can flush down the toilet doesn't mean shit. Second one, Vanessa Kirby saying that the role of women has changed throughout the history as the comic book's been published, and she wants to try to capture all of it. So again, people got offended by that because she used the word gender, but she's really just saying she wants to be as comic accurate as possible and represent all the errors of Invisible Woman as well as possible. So again, making a mound of the whole molehill, that your revelation means nothing. So we can discount that one. The third one is simply Shia LaBeouf being introduced as the alternate reality Silver Surfer in a Fantastic Four movie set in an alternate reality. So again, we can throw away that one. So your three revelations about how this movie will be bad are quickly able to be dismissed and don't mean anything. So right now we're left, it's all a wash. So we're just left with the fact that Fantastic Four has some good looking trailers and has a decent audience reaction. If you saw what I covered on the showcast, they had a pretty good audience reception. So yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes out, but fucking looks like a good movie.
Like, if Marvel were trying...
Oh, the reshoots. I didn't even think about the reshoots, which again, standard for a big budget movie. Absolutely part of the initial budget. They'll come in for reshoots. And yeah, reshoots happening a couple months beforehand. Yeah, that's when they typically fucking happen. Bro, like, come on. So again, all these reshoots mean, all these revelations he's brought up means fucking nothing.
Trying to refute allegations that the MCU was taking over everything that they did, they were making life pretty hard for themselves.
They weren't really refuting that the MCU wasn't going to take over. What me and a lot of people have been refuting is the fact that the MCU even fucking exists. Yes, there have been more women-led projects because before what was the first woman-led project in the MCU? Captain Marvel? Literally before Captain Marvel, there were no women-led projects. And now they're doing a bit more, but there's still plenty of male-led projects. I mean, this year we got Captain America and we got Thunderbolts. One woman-led project with Fiona and Thunderbolts, and then a male-led project with Captain America and Brave New World. So that's 50-50 right there. Where the movies last year? I'm trying to remember. It was just Deadpool and Wolverine last year. Fucking two guys. And what was it the year before? You know what? I'm trying to remember. I think it was probably Guardians of the Galaxy, starring Chris Pratt or fucking Rocket Raccoon, which would be Bradley Cooper and Sean Gunn. All white guys, all fucking white guys there. What else was there last year or 2 years ago? But I feel like I've already kind of made my point. There's plenty of male-led projects. Like, just because there's a couple women-led projects, all of a sudden it's the MCU. It just shows how fucking insecure, crybaby assholes these are. Like, and there are critiques you can make of these movies. There are issues. No movie is perfect, but these guys just they just can't help but go for the sexist, bigoted angle every fucking time, and that's why we call them bigots, because that's what they fucking do.
But wait, there's...
I didn't despise Deadpool and Wolverine. In fact, I really enjoyed it in the theater. And then when it came into streaming, I showed it to my kids because I'm a terrible parent. But I couldn't help but notice it wasn't as fun as I remembered. Like, the first time you watch it, it's fun. But then it's okay. Like I'm not going to lie. Rewatching, I was like, God, the car dealership stuff really fell flat for me. I was like, But I will still absolutely argue there's some really funny jokes in there. I love Chris Evans as a Human Torch, and Hugh Jackman fucking delivers in a hell of a performance. Oh, well, keep in mind, for the most part, these are the same 5 movie clips in fucking every Critical Drinker movie video.
And then, last week, we began to hear reports of a test screening for the latest cut of the movie, where major details of both the plot and the ending were leaked. A test screening that basically confirmed everyone's suspicions. Now, I'm sorry for what...
Okay, we literally went out, like, you can look at the stream yesterday, but I literally went over it. There was one report of one person that said it was mid, and everybody, like, trumpeted that one. And then literally a person was like, okay, I was the one that did that report. I want to stress, I'm just one person, and most of the people said it was excellent. Like, it was just me that said it was mid. Like, the fuck? No. Yeah, and again, test screening doesn't even mean anything for the final product, but, like, yeah.
What I'm about to show you.
So...
We're using Grace Randolph as some sort of citation for anything? Grace fucking Randolph, who has been a joke on this platform for probably as long as I've been on it. I've been on this thing since 2014. I think Grace Randolph's been on this platform for longer. She was terrible back then. I'm sure she's still terrible now. Like, I can't think of anything helpful she adds to the fucking film discussion environment. I guess she's not a full-fledged chud. She's just kind of dumb. Like, I don't find her, like, offensive, but, like, she's kind of fucking worthless. I don't know what else to say about her.
Look, I said I'm sorry, okay? If there was another way to do this, I absolutely would.
I guess thank you, but yeah, I kind of knew, like, as much as I don't like my voice, like, yeah, her voice is it's something.
How do I want to phrase this? Even though it's a team of 1 woman and 3 guys, I think that if you're going to have a situation at the end of the movie where it's women who save the day, and you're like, why? Can't Reed at least be involved? You know, you're like, come on, man. You know, like.
You know, I feel like this is proof that the critical drinker's opinion should never be taken seriously. He's fucking citing Grace Randolph. Like, this is his authoritative voice that he's gonna cite to prove his point? Grace fucking Randolph? You fucking serious? Just, I don't know if I'd say she's bigoted. Listen, I hate, like, listen, man, we don't have enough women in the movie review space. We generally don't. So I hate insulting one of the more prominent ones. But she was genuinely fucking stupid. I don't know what else to say. Like, she is, just terrible. You know, I don't visit her stuff nearly as often, but Christy Lemire, I don't remember the name of her channel, but she has a YouTube channel she does with another guy, Alfonso something. I can't remember. God, I'm terrible. She should be much bigger, and she's way smarter than fucking. There are smart women on this platform. There aren't, there are women who aren't the grifters, and who aren't just fucking Grace Randolph, who's just painfully dumb. There are good women who do this. I wish there were more. But the fact that Critical Drinker is using this as an authoritative voice should show that nobody should ever fucking listen to his ass again. Because if Grace Randolph is his voice of authority, then you know he's more worthless than she is. For fuck's sake.
Come on.
Right.
Eloquently phrased as.
So, Critical Drinker, this is so weird you're using this, because it's like you're dunking on it too, which rightly so, you should dunk on it, but you're also like agreeing with the point. Like, you're both siding the shit out of this. It's a dumb fucking point. Dumb fucking point. We haven't seen the movie. We don't know. I think it's Fantastic Four. It's safe to assume it'll be a team effort that saves the day, because that's how Fantastic Four is. It's a family. It's the first family of Marvel. They will work together. And for all we know, maybe women do save the day, but maybe they think of a reason for that to make sense. Maybe it makes sense in the story that they'd be the only, like, Shalabah and Invincible Woman would be the only ones for some reason that can save the day. We haven't seen it. We don't know. This is all fucking speculation. This is why Critical Drinker's speculation videos are pure fucking garbage.
As always, Grace, good job. I mean, if even one of the biggest Marvel shills on the planet is calling out your movie for being too girl bossy, you know you've got fucking problems. Anyway, the gist here is that the movie culminates with Sue Storm joining forces with the female Silver Surfer to defeat Galactus with a little...
None of that is verified, bro. My God.
help from a superpowered baby, leaving the rest of the lads with, well, not a whole lot.
I mean, at this point, he's just, like, fucking throwing shit at a fan again. With the whole this video has been throwing shit at the fan. Like, we have no idea what the movie's gonna be like. For all we know, again, it could make sense in the story, and for all we know, it's nothing like this. My God, it's frustrating. I can't believe this guy has over 2 fucking million followers who just listen to this shit and think, oh yeah, he must be right because he gets views. His takes are so fucking bad. It's painful.
Lot to do. Oh my goodness, it literally is the meme.
Girls get it done.
And all of this begs the rather
Again, you're calling it the meme, even though we don't fucking know the movie. Fuck. And that's a good point. Like, you're ignoring the fact that the baby is apparently involved with defeating Galactus, who would be Franklin Richards, who would be a male in this hypothetical ending that we don't even know. And maybe this ending is real. Maybe it's not. Maybe it works better than in the way you're telling it, because that's part of what you do. Like, there will be stuff that when you watch a movie, it works. Then you'll repeat it like it sucks. You know, you'll repeat it back in like a condescending tone of voice as if it was just bad. But it's like, in the context of the movie, it fucking worked.
obvious question. Why? Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep pushing the same trope that clearly isn't working and hasn't for years now? Like, did nobody at the studio put up their hand and say, we've been doing this whole MCU thing for like 5 years now, nobody likes it?
Like, at this point, I don't even know how to like, how can you debunk something that is just entirely based on a lie and bullshit? Like, we're 5 levels in on bullshit. And, like, I've already debunked everything up to this point. And, like, he's laid out his case. It's all bullshit. And now he's laying his culmination. But we've debunked everything up to this. So, like, again, you've made a conclusion based on bullshit. So, it's bullshit. It's all just bullshit.
Everyone's making fun of us and it's losing us a shit ton of money. Can we maybe try something else now?
We keep making the same move.
Okay. Losing them a shit ton of money. Marvel movies are still some of the biggest movies in theaters. Yes, they aren't making as much money since COVID, which you guys don't like to talk about. But no movie, outside of some outliers, are making as much money since COVID. We're still not fully recovered. We're getting there. We're not recovered yet. And let's face it, movie studios have really taught people, hey, you don't want to go to a theater? Wait a few weeks. They'll be on streaming really fucking soon.
Movie over and over and pandering to everyone, but suddenly it's not working. Then we've got to pander harder.
When I think of Marvel and their beloved girl bosses, I'm reminded of a junkie trying and failing to get clean.
Wait, Marvel and their girl bosses. And was that a shot of fucking Moon Knight?
Their beloved girl bosses.
Okay, they're cutting through it real fast, but that's Moon Knight. So, Critical Drinker, I'd love for you to explain to me how Moon Knight is a girl boss. Please, just, you can email me, you can leave a comment, or one of your fans can explain it. Explain how Moon Knight is a fucking girl boss. Jesus Christ, this video is so fucking stupid.
I'm reminded of a junkie trying and failing to get clean. They know that what they've been doing is slowly killing them. They try hard to get away from it and find a better way of living, but somehow they always drift back into their old habits.
Yep, it's fucking Moon Knight. Fucking, apparently Doctor Strange is a girl boss too. Like, the fuck are we doing, your Critical Drinker? Yeah, I guess if we count men as women, yes, it is the MCU, because everything stars women. If we count men as women and women as women, then everything's women. Fuck. Oh my god. My fucking brain hurts just listening to this garbage.
Habits. By all accounts, the test audience was pretty unimpressed with the film, especially the decision to cite.
We went over it. You can go over yesterday's stream. The test audience overall liked the movie.
Sideline 3 out of the 4 members of the team. I mean, the clue is in the title, lads. It's called the Fantastic Four. But who knows? Maybe there's still time for them to rework the ending, give the boys a chance to be heroes for a change, and ditch the girl boss who does everything trope once and for all. I hope for their sake they do, otherwise they might just find themselves with 3 flops in a row this year. My hopes, however, are
which is funny because they haven't had a flop yet this year. So that's funny. 3 flops in a row, considering I guess if Fantastic Four flops, that means it counts as 3 flops in a row. Using your logic, sure.
Are not high for
Yeah, Loki's a girl boss as well. Loki is totally a fucking girl boss. Fucking hell, this is such garbage.
the Fantastic Four. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Oh God, no wonder people are dunking. That was a fucking atrocious. Oh my God. That is easily one of the worst Critical Drinker videos I've seen, and he's done some shit. Oh my God, that was awful. Ah. Well, I tell you what, if YouTube actually penalized people for spreading lies, I'm not saying take their stuff. You can still post your stuff, but like maybe start saying, hey, we're gonna demonetize you. Or like not give your videos many ads. If they started doing stuff like that to stuff that is outrageous misinformation, when people do it a lot, you would see these grifters change quite a bit. Yeah, girl boss, girl boss, girl boss. Just repeat it over and over again.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.
That's all I have for you. Now I'm gonna cry myself to sleep.